Ever feel like you're constantly in a race against time? You wake up with good intentions. Today I'm gonna crush it. Then suddenly, it's 3 p.m. You've answered emails, watched a video on how to organize your sock drawer, and somehow got pulled into a deep scroll on why capybaras are the chillest animals on Earth. They are, by the way. But that one thing you promised yourself you'd do, still untouched. Sound familiar? Yeah, you're not alone. Procrastination is like a smooth-talking thief. It doesn't show up with alarms or warning signs. It shows up as, "I'll do it later." As, "just 5 more minutes." As, "I need to feel more motivated first." But here's the truth. Procrastination doesn't just steal our time. It drains our energy, our self-trust, and ultimately, our potential. And it's not because we're lazy. Nope, it's deeper than that. Psychologically, procrastination is a coping mechanism. It kicks in when we feel overwhelmed, unclear, or unsure. It shows up when we don't know where to begin, or we're terrified we'll get it wrong. Think about it. When you're staring down a big goal with no structure, no direction, and a brain full of distractions, of course you'll put it off. It's your mind trying to protect you from the discomfort of uncertainty. But the irony? Avoiding the thing only amplifies the discomfort. The guilt builds. The deadline looms. The self-doubt creeps in. That's the trap. And the way out isn't through force. It's through ritual. The power of rituals. Now let's flip the script. Imagine waking up tomorrow and knowing exactly how you're going to start your day. Not rushing, not guessing. You rise, you stretch, you journal for 5 minutes, you breathe, you center yourself. That's not luck. That's a ritual. Rituals are your personal architecture of success. They're not rigid routines designed to make you feel robotic. They're sacred moments you've designed to ground you, fuel you, and remind you of who you're becoming. Here's the thing. When we don't set the tone for our day, the world sets it for us. That email, that notification, that mental chaos. But rituals give us back the steering wheel. They create clarity in a world that thrives on distraction. They create consistency in a world that constantly shifts. And most of all, they create momentum. Think about the world's highest performers. Athletes, artists, founders. Do you think they wing it every morning? No way. They have pre-game routines, morning rituals, mental resets. Serena Williams visualizes every point before a match. Steve Jobs wore the same outfit every day to reduce decision fatigue. Maya Angelou wrote in the same quiet hotel room every single morning. These weren't just habits. They were rituals of intention. And those rituals became launch pads for greatness. So here's the big idea. You don't need a 5-hour morning routine. You need a moment, a rhythm, a space where you come back to you. Because when you align with your rituals, you start showing up with clarity, direction, and power. Not just sometimes, daily. Building effective rituals. Now that we've unlocked the why, let's talk about the how. Because rituals aren't just things you copy from some productivity guru on the internet. They're not one size fits all. They're deeply personal, intentional. And when built right, they become your secret weapon. So how do you build a ritual that doesn't feel like another boring chore on your to-do list? You start with your values. Ask yourself, what do I want to amplify in my life right now? Do I want more focus? More energy? More creativity? More peace? Let's say your core value right now is creativity. Then your ritual might include morning journaling, a 15-minute walk with your favorite playlist, or a quick mind mapping session before you check your phone. If your value is well-being, maybe your ritual starts with breath work, lemon water, a stretch, and a digital detox before 9 a.m. The magic is in the design. Once you know the value you're nurturing, you choose a time to anchor it. Morning, evening, midday reset, even every Friday after work. And this is important. Your ritual doesn't have to be elaborate. It just has to be intentional. It can be as short as 5 minutes. It can be done with candles and binaural beats or in silence while your cat judges you from the corner. What matters is that it's yours. Design your ritual like a recipe. Ingredients chosen to nourish a part of your soul. Need clarity? Try journaling. Need energy? Try movement. Need grounding? Try stillness. And pro tip? Keep it simple at first. Start with one powerful, nourishing ritual. Stack on more once you feel the rhythm. Because this isn't about doing more. It's about being more aligned, maintaining consistency. Here's where the magic meets the messiness. Because let's face it, consistency is hard. Life gets lifey. You oversleep. The dog throws up. Your calendar fills up with other people's urgencies. So how do we stay consistent with rituals without falling into the all-or-nothing trap? Start small. So small it almost feels too easy. A 2-minute gratitude list. 1 stretch before you hit the shower. 10 deep breaths before you look at your phone. Why? Because your brain loves wins. It doesn't care if the win is big or tiny. It just wants to feel like you showed up. That's how you build trust with yourself. And that trust? That's your momentum. Now don't just track your progress, witness it. Write it down. Use a journal, a sticky note, or a habit tracker app. See the pattern. Feel the shift. And please don't treat your ritual like a prison. Life will get messy. There will be days where the morning slips away, or your evening ritual turns into Netflix and noodles. Cool. Adapt. Don't break the chain, bend it. Maybe your 30-minute morning routine becomes a 3-minute reset in the shower. That still counts. You're still showing up. Flexibility keeps your rituals alive. Rigidity kills them. And here's the most important part. Celebrate. Yes, even if it feels cheesy. High-five yourself when you complete your ritual. Pause and smile when you feel the peace it brings. That celebration wires your brain to want to come back for more. Because the goal isn't perfection. It's alignment. It's staying connected to what matters, especially when life gets wild. So keep it small. Keep it soulful. Keep it yours. And your rituals will become the rhythm that reshapes your life. Unlocking your potential. All right, let's connect the dots. You've designed your ritual. You're showing up even if it's not perfect. Now you're probably wondering, is it really making a difference? Is this 5-minute stretch or tiny journaling habit actually doing anything? The answer? Yes, but not in the way the world usually talks about progress. Because here's the real magic of rituals. They don't change your life overnight. They change who you believe you are, and that changes everything. You see, every time you show up for your ritual, no matter how small, you're casting a vote for the identity of the person you're becoming. The focused one, the healthy one, the grounded one, the bold, creative, intentional version of you. This is the compounding effect. Just like money invested daily becomes wealth over time, rituals become personal power. They train your brain. They wire your nervous system. They anchor your days. And when you're anchored, you rise. Not just in your productivity, but in your presence. You start handling challenges with grace. You start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. You start aligning your actions with your values, because you're no longer drifting, you're directing. And when you begin to witness the benefits, a calmer mind, more energy, clarity in your decisions, or just that quiet feeling that you've got your own back, that's when you enter the positive feedback loop. Because progress fuels confidence. Confidence fuels action. And action fuels transformation. So celebrate every step. Every morning you rise with intention. Every evening you reflect with presence. Every choice you make that says, I'm in this for the long game. And soon you won't just be keeping rituals. You'll be embodying the life you once only dreamed of. Final message. So here's your invitation. Start today. Pick one small soulful ritual. Make it yours. And honor it, not as a task, but as a return to your power. Because daily habits aren't about discipline for discipline's sake. They're about freedom. They're about becoming the person who doesn't just set goals, but lives them daily. You don't need to hustle harder. You just need to align deeper. The potential is already in you. Now build the rhythm that unlocks it. If this spoke to you, let me know what ritual you're starting. Drop it in the comments, tag someone who needs this message, or better yet, invite them to join your ritual challenge. Because transformation doesn't happen alone, and your journey might just spark someone else's. Let's build lives that reflect our deepest values. Let's ritualize our greatness. And let's unlock the version of ourselves we were born to become. One day, one breath, one beautiful ritual at a time. See you in the next one.